GetLowered, thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again. Let's get into the video. Alright, so I released another form of this version of this video. Of course, I ran out of time, so I guess what I should have done was split up that video with T-bars and risers, clamps, and so on. So let's just look at a few options as far as T-bars. Most of these setups, they look similar, they look alike. You have a little bit of a minor detail in some of them. The bends, they have a little bit more of a rigid edge. Some of them are a little bit smoother, kind of like this one, the Lucky Dave bars. You also have a flatter profile in some of these. They have more of a drag feel to them, the way your hands kind of sit. It just depends. I honestly prefer the MX T-bar setup, something like this. You have a little bit of a bend in the handlebar. They're angled a little bit closer to the rider. Just depends on you guys' preference, but comfort wise, I prefer these ones over the flat T-bar drag style of handling. So as far as feel, they all have a little minor detail. So instead of that original video, instead of having all these T-bars, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna throw in just one and call it a day. Anyways, enough rambling. Already 2 minutes in and I haven't showed you guys anything. So let's just talk about some of the better looking, I guess, T-bars and some of the options and some of the T-bars that are that are just a little bit more different than what you see here. Most of them, of course, the ones I like are this style, a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more of a just a little bit more of a style. Some of them have little structural parts right here in between the risers. Some of them have X's. I can't remember the brand, but I remember seeing them. Some of them just have a line here, and we'll see that right here. But let's start with the Lucky Dave 13 bars. Of course, you can go all the way up to 15 with this one. I believe this is one of the most popular ones in the Facebook group, and of course you have the West Coast T-bars. This is the one I was telling you guys about, how it's a little bit more of a flat profile on top. And the way they kind of feel, they don't have much bend towards the rider, but it just gives you a different feel to the bike. And moving over to the MX style, like I said, these are the ones I prefer. I just like the way these feel a little bit better for my taste. So these also look good, as you can see. They're gonna look similar, like I said. They don't really change it up quite a bit, but you do have some options here in case you do want to have that same feel and just change it up a little bit. Okay, so let's move on over to the Evil T-bars, and this is kind of like what we would see with the Biltwell H bar. They call it the H bar, but it has almost the same feel. I've had Biltwell Frisco Z bars, and these, yeah, I mean they're a little bit different. Anyways, good looking bars from Dominator Cycles. I'm gonna be showing you guys a few different options that they have. Of course, you could go black. You could go bare or chrome, whatever you guys want. But like I said, as far as I know, I keep on coming back to risers. You have more customizations and more options with risers, because you could change the clamp, you could change the color of the risers, you could change the color of your bars. So many different options, different clamps, speedos, whatever you want to do. The Street Bob, they have that specific speedo for that. And of course, it just depends on what you're looking for out of your build. If you want more customizing options, then you should probably lean towards risers. Moving over to the MX T-bars, of course, that's where I was mentioning you have more of that bend, a little bit more comfort, just based off of my own preference. Okay, let's move on over to the next one. Of course, another T-bar setup, more of a MX style, of course, on the bars, but they are slightly different. Like I said, they have a little bit more of a bend, as you can see, a little bit more of a rigid bend on these bars compared to just your regular MXT. Kind of like what I showed you guys with the Lucky Daves. Of course, you have more of a smooth out bend with this setup. And I mean, like I said, they're gonna look the same. Hate to repeat myself, but just little details on all of these. And I think that's pretty much, if you're looking for T-bar setups, these are your options. Of course, as you can see, they have a sale with Dominator cycles. All right, so there you have it. Most of these bars look the same. Reason why I just, you know, cut out most of them from that original video, but here it is. If you guys were wondering, you're looking at MX T-bars or just regular T-bars, or, you know, if you want to change it up a little bit, those evil T-bars. You know, minor details here and there. Style wise, these are probably the, you know, the most different from the other ones. Anyways, enough rambling. You guys just stay out there, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in to yet another video. You guys leave your comments down below if you guys want to see something else, or you guys have something, you know, a better recommendation. There's plenty of these options, but like I said, most of them look similar, they look alike. Not I mean, there's not a lot of options to customize these and change them up drastically, but as far as, you know, overall style and comfort, I would lean more towards the MXT bars myself. So guys, stay out there, stay safe, don't believe everything you read, life's a risk, get out there and ride. Later.